We were walking along as we were doing the shoot, and we came across this evenly lit area that had this little dark setback door. And anytime I see an area like this, I go, man, this could be cool for an environmental lighting shot. It also had a metal wall in the background which reflects light in a very interesting and cool way. So what I'm doing is I simply set my flash down, just sitting at the flash on its back, pointing straight up. And notice it's in the dead center, so it's equal distance from everything else around it, so we get an even lighting patterns. Because if it's really close to one area, it'll be brighter than the rest, so we put it right in the dead center. Now we're simply just putting up our main light into a glamour lit lighting pattern, but notice the softbox is tilted a little bit down. We're breaking the rules here a little bit because we wanted something a little more interesting, a little more aggressive lighting, and it's going to cause some shadows to fall underneath his chin a little bit heavier than normal. This is going to be a cool lighting pattern once we blend the two lights together. So here Jody and I are chatting about what we're going to do as far as the lighting ratio, and we like to go to an 80% ratio with this kind of lighting so that we can really see the background light really well, and it has a lot of cool contrast. We also have an orange tungsten gel over the background flash, so it'll add this really cool effect in the background.
These shots work really well when you're in these even lighting, lower light situations. If you tried to do this out in the middle of a field in broad daylight with your little tungsten flash 580 speedlight just shooting up at a tree, you wouldn't see it very well. So we're always looking for these evenly lit areas or in lower light settings in the day.
Yeah, and here the meter readings we're getting at 80% are around like f4, f4.5. So we know that the background light can compete. It's going to be bright enough. We haven't done any adjustments either to the power of the background light. We're just getting the main light metered up to 80%, and then we're going to simply turn the background light up or down until it just looks cool. We're going to watch our blinkies, watch our histogram, make sure it's not too bright, and then make sure it's just bright enough so it looks interesting in the shot. So now we just have Jason walk in, we're ready to rock and roll. You see me moving the stand a little out of my way. This is why we like to have a monopod on a lot of our wedding shoots, so we don't have to worry about positioning the light stand and moving it around like that. We can just have someone hold it in place. So right here I'm ready to take the first shot, but then I realize my strobes aren't on the same channel. That's very important. Sometimes when a strobe doesn't go off, it's something as simple as that. They both weren't on channel 1, and that's what happened in this particular scenario. So went back, made sure they were on the same channel, and then I walked over, take the very first image, and you're going to see in a second here exactly what we got. So there's the first shot. It came out at f4 for 80%, ISO 100, 1/100th of a second. I made 0 adjustments. There was no Photoshop, no crazy anything done to this, and that's exactly what we got in the camera right from the get-go, and it looks really, really cool. So then now that we had the camera set, we could just shoot and take as many images as we want until we get the couple of different shots that we're looking for. So I'm shooting a few horizontal, a few vertical, different compositions. There's another shot with him looking up at the light that I thought was really cool. One of the key things that I'm doing as well is making sure that I don't see the background light in any of my shots, because then it'll sort of give away the effect. There's a cool square cropped image that I really like. You'll see that maybe on an album cover a lot of times. I'm moving to the side and taking a few different images, and on all these shots though I didn't adjust my shutter speed and brighten or darken the background because I really like the contrast we were getting right from the get-go.
You can see the lines in this shot are very straight up and down and very square, and Zach is being very careful to shoot right from the dead center so we don't see any of these weird warping lines if he didn't want that.
So now we're going to show you the ambient light. This is what it looks like with their natural exposure with no flashes on whatsoever. Now this is the 80% ratio. This is 2 stops underexposed. Now we're going to start adding flash to show you how we built the shot. There's us adding the background light, turning it up until it looks cool, not too bright, not too dark. The next image is just the main light. So here's the main light with the background light off so you can see what that looked like and how contrasty it is. And now here's the final image with both lights on, the main light and the background light, and we get this really cool image.